It's going to be a windy day throughout the Truckee Meadows, especially in wind-prone areas. Places like Washoe Valley has already seen wind gusts over 70 miles per hour. A lot of shadowing going on when you get east of the Sierra, but up and down the Sierra, we are seeing some heavy rainfall. Here's a look at the radar right now. In yellow would be pockets of heavier rainfall, and the snow level is very high right now, so mainly just falling as rain in the mountains. Here's a look at some of the current rainfall rates for most locations, anywhere between about 1/3 of an inch to 1/2 inch per hour. Pockets of heavier rainfall rates throughout the system, but it's going to be a soggy day up in the Sierra. Notice though in the Truckee Meadows, so it's pretty dry, but we do have a lot of wind. Here's a look at the futurecast, and you can see how it mainly is combined up into the Sierra. Again, a lot of shadowing out of this here. This is a weaker atmospheric river event, and with atmospheric rivers, they can not only give us heavy rain, but they can also give us a lot of wind too. Also watching out for a lot of ponding on roadways, as all those berms are going to melt, and that will create a lot of water in urban areas up in the Sierra. Even in the Truckee Meadows, we'll probably have more puddles out there just from the melting of those big snow piles. So once we get into around 7 p.m., still seeing pockets of heavy rainfall. As far as the wind advisory for the Truckee Meadows here, it's going to go through 7 p.m. this evening. It's a pretty fast moving system, but notice by midnight still a little bit of some shower activity up in the Sierra, and not expecting a lot of rain in the valley. More than anything else, we'll get some wind gusts for most of us somewhere between 40 to 45 miles per hour. That's for Reno. It looks like they'll reach their peak late morning and then into the early afternoon, so almost right about now up through about 3 o'clock, and then by 7 p.m. they're going to start to ease. That's when the wind advisory expires. For Washoe Valley, that's where you're going to see a lot of wind today. Wind gusts have already exceeded 70 in Washoe Valley, but in general they'll stay about 70 miles per hour over the next few hours up through about 3 p.m. Then once we get into the evening, they'll probably start to ease. If you want more localized forecast and more of an explanation, I did post a blog. You can find it on the Weather tab and Nevada Weather to Go. Have a great rest of your day and stay safe.